Hi everyone, Danielle Fitzpatrick Clark here, #1 best-selling author, authentic marketer, and intuitive biz coach. And I am the host and producer of your 5-day SEM Visibility Challenge, and we are on day 4. So today is a really powerful day. We're going to talk about how to leverage your interviews and also how to put your best authentic foot forward and draw in your ideal clients for easier sales conversions. So I've got some really good stuff for you guys. I'm going to keep this pretty short because I don't want to overload you. So if you have a pen and paper in hand, you're going to want to grab it and write down some of these goodies. So I'm going to just jump right in because we are on day 4, and this is for people who have taken they've done days 1 through 3. They have good content. They have their media page. They've put out their media page to podcasts or summit hosts, radio shows, and they've gotten some traction. They have interviews now, and for anyone who's kind of a first-time interviewer, sometimes it's like, oh my gosh, how do I do this? How do I be a good guest? So I'm going to give you some tips today on how to be a good guest. So first and foremost, it's really important as you're looking, and I'm going to start with this because I really want to get this point, I want to hit this point home for you guys, is when you are reaching out to guests, make sure that your messaging is in alignment with their subscribers. Like whatever it is that you are teaching, that you are going to add value for their subscribers. So that does take a little bit of research. You need to know who you're reaching out to, who their subscribers are, and whether or not it's a good fit. And most of the time, if it's not a good fit, then the host will say, no, I don't think this is a good fit. This isn't in alignment. But it's also helpful for you guys to know to be in alignment before you send those out, so you're not spinning your wheels and just sending out all these media pages and all these queries when nothing's going to stick if it's not in alignment, if it's not the right fit. And a really great example that I used in a Facebook Live, and actually I had some coaching from the host of this Facebook group, it was really funny, is like, let's just say that you are reaching out to a host who is a butcher, and he teaches and his subscriber base is a bunch of butchers who cut meat for a living, and you are a vegan coach and you're reaching out to them. Chances are it's probably not the best fit. And even if you do get on, it will not end well for you if you're trying to convert these meat cutters into vegetarian lifestyle people. So I know that's a little drastic, but I really want to hit this point home with you guys. So that would be number 1, know your audience, know your host audience. Number 2, and this is going to be I'm going to break this down to some bullet points, this point number 2 for you. I'm going to break it down into 3 bullet points on how to actually show up to the interview and be your authentic self. So category 2, bullet point 1, first and foremost, after you're introduced, after the host introduces you, it is very nice for you to say thank you to the host and to say what it is you love about them. If you've done your research, you know exactly why you love this host and how excited you are to be a guest on here. And I just want to say, from my perspective of being a host and also being an interview guest, I know how much work goes into hosting a platform, hosting events, and being the interviewer. So when you first start that conversation by showering praise at that host for their hard work and what it is that they're giving into the world, and you're automatically building that trust immediately, not just with the host, but with the audience, because it is the host's audience. They love the host. They didn't love the host, they wouldn't be listening. So I want to make sure that that's something I teach you guys. I do that all the time, and I come from a very authentic place, knowing the work it takes to build platforms like that. So I appreciate my hosts, and it's an honor for me to be invited to speak to their audience. It really is. So first thing that you want to do after you're introduced is you really want to say thank you to the host. I really appreciate you and what you're putting out in the world. It's as simple as that. You don't have to go on for 5 minutes. You just have to acknowledge them and their hard work and their messaging. then you've actually set the stage for a wonderful conversation. And this is a way for you to kind of disarm anyone. You know, when we're first meeting people, sometimes there's a lot of people, they're not just going to open their arms and like, yeah, come on in. Not everyone's like that. So you're disarming that, those people who are listening who aren't, that they're a little more curious. They're like, I want to know, I want to know what she's doing, and I'm not going to just automatically trust her. But you're disarming them by saying wonderful things about the host and showing that gratitude and appreciation. So I'm hitting that one home. Really want you guys to get that. So point 2 and bullet point 2, when you are showing up to an interview and you're preparing for it, don't try to teach something that you don't know. So it's really important for you to actually teach what it is you know. And of course, I'm not telling you not to have a script. I'm not telling you not to prepare. But if you can actually take a topic that is what you sell in your business and you can just speak into the camera, you can speak into it without a script, then you know that subject. So that's a really good example of what you would know and what you would teach, is something that you could just speak to without having a script. And again, I just want to make sure I'm telling you guys, it's not that I'm saying don't have a script. Of course you can have a script, especially if it's a first time one. You want to have some notes, you want to have an outline of what it is you're doing. So and here's my third bullet point. You guys are going to like this. So don't have any more than 3 talking points and 3 bullet points when you're covering stuff. People love things in 3. Anything more than 3, statistically, people are not going to, they're not going to be able to take in that information. So you don't want to overload them. And you don't want to give away everything either. You want to help. You want to give people some really juicy tips that they can move forward. And you also want to stop at 3 or stop giving away everything so they have a reason to get a hold of you later. So it's not only that you don't want to overload them. It's not only that you don't want to give everything away. It's also that you want them to logically reach out to you for the next steps, so that you are having an easier time with sales conversions, because you have more information, you have more ways to help, and people who are really drawn to you are going to make those efforts to step forward. And of course, if you have that freebie offer to get them in, that's really important too, which I'm going to talk about next. So my third point is to have a no-brainer freebie offer to get them on your list. That is your call to action at the end. You want it to be a strong one. You want to make sure that it's something that they need and information that you didn't provide during the interview. So and a lot of times, you know, a lot of times we are so broad, and I say we and I mean me. Sometimes I can be so broad with what I'm giving that it's just too much. It's too much, and it's not something that it's attainable for the person who's watching. So think about that as you're coming up with your freebie offer, as you're putting your script together. What is it that what messages can I really give them? What steps can I give them to really improve themselves during this interview? So when you think about that, you'll probably have, you know, a kind of a list of stuff, and it could be like 5 or 6 talking points, and you have to choose 3. You got to break it down more, guys. So those other talking points that would really be value adds, you can actually save those for your freebie and have that be your call to action. So I'm trying to come up with okay, so I have this wonderful offer, and I'm teaching lead generation. I'm teaching lead generation tactics, and I give 3 ways that you can start bringing in leads today. And that's what I interview on, and that's what I talk to. But in all actuality, I had 6 ways. 6 powerful ways to bring in leads in your business. I only gave 3. I saved those other 3. Which were the most powerful ones, which were the ones that have gotten thousands of leads in 2 weeks. I saved those for the freebie offer. And at the end of the interview, I get to say, yeah, guys, if you liked these lead generation tips, I have 3 more tips, and these ones have generated thousands of leads in 2 weeks, and I'm giving you a checklist of how to do this in your own business. All you have to do is go to this link, and you say the link, sign up, you get that, and you get to start bringing in thousands of leads. So do you see how that's a very powerful no-brainer call to action? Because anyone who's listening is like, wow, I love that information that she gave me on lead generation. Oh my gosh, now she's telling me that she has even more that generate even more leads. Yeah, I'm going to go grab that because I'm really serious and I really want leads in my business. So those are my 3 talking points. I hope you guys enjoyed. And of course, I do have even more information on how to really leverage your interviews. And I'm going to talk about that tomorrow. So if you guys are signed up, guess what? You get this. You don't have to do a call to action today. I'm not even doing that with you guys. I just want you to show up tomorrow for day 5. And I also want to let you know you have the weekend to watch these free videos too, so you can catch up. So you're going to find out even more on how to leverage those interviews tomorrow. And of course, I will be sending out some follow-up emails so that you can get some more freebie offers so I can help you guys out here. Okay, well, thank you so much, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and good luck. Good luck with your quest to be more visible. It's an amazing experience, so I hope you enjoy. Bye-bye.